Hello, hello, check, check, hello, 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 check, 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 hello, hello, hello. Radhika? Check, 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 hello. Good afternoon, respected guests, faculties, and students. It's a pleasure to welcome you all to today's enlightening session on role of management graduates in a technology organization. We are thrilled to have you with us as we explore this vital topic that bridges the gap between management expertise and technological innovation. Our first guest for today's session is Ms. Dipinder Kaur, who is a renowned speaker. Ms. Dipinder Kaur is a renowned speaker and has inspired many with her insightful talks and professional journey. She is an experienced professional who has been with Infosys for nearly 25 years, currently serving as a delivery manager. She has played a crucial role in managing delivery operations, ensuring the successful execution of projects, and driving the company's strategic goals. Ms. Dipinder holds a Bachelor of Engineering in Chemical Engineering from the National Institute of Technology, Rourkela. Our second guest is a talented recruiter who's helped many professionals find their dream jobs. We have Ms. Ravina Khanna. Ms. Ravina, Ms. Ravina Khanna is a seasoned recruiter currently working as a senior associate lead in talent acquisition at Infosys. With over 2 years in her current role, she has been instrumental in building effective recruitment strategies and successfully placing top talent. Ms. Ravina holds an MBA from the Department of Commerce, Delhi School of Economics, highlighting her strong educational background and dedication towards professional excellence. Without further ado, please join me in welcoming Ms. Dipinder Kaur to the stage.
Hi everyone, good evening. I hope you all are awake. Okay, just awake for another 1 hour and then you can just go back and sleep, okay? So, by the way, when did you join this MBA? 1 month, okay. So, I think the clubs and committees interview just started or it's already done? Started, okay. Or maybe I can use this, it's fine. It's not visible on the screen. So I'll just quickly introduce myself. I'm Ravina Khanna, and I'm a senior associate lead talent acquisition. And today we are here to give a glimpse of what we do, how we do, and what all are the initiatives we take. And also the main agenda of coming here today to let you know, like, since you guys are in the first year and you've just started your journey in MBA. So our whole agenda to talk about. It's fine, I think. All right, I'm so sorry. So the whole agenda of coming here to talk about what you should do in your 2 years of your MBA and how you can prepare yourself for corporate ready and what all the skills you should learn in these 2 years of MBA, right? So how many of you are having work experience priorly? Wow, huge number. So can somebody tell what is the maximum work experience here? If somebody has 1 year of work experience, raise your hands. Okay, 2 years. Okay, 3 years. Okay, 4 years. Interesting. None. Okay, that's amazing. So, students who are freshers, they just started their journey just after their undergrads. So, this information for them, please learn from these people. They have a lot to tell you. They have a lot. You can just learn from them in a lot ways because they have seen the corporate. They have seen what all are the skill set which are required. What all are the things that you should prepare yourself for before starting your journey in corporate, right? So keep in touch with them, understand what kind of skill sets are required, and try to learn them. So we'll just start with the slides right now. I would like to play a video here, and then we'll just talk about it. Okay. Okay, guys, just give me like 2 minutes. Okay, come here. I'll just. So in which laptop we are transferring this? No, WhatsApp, no, it's email. Hmm. So any specific reason why it is not being connected? Okay, it's fine, it's fine. Deepinder, meanwhile, would you like to come and talk without slides? All right, so I think Deepinder is coming because this slides are not working right now, so we are just trying to fix it. No, but it is not supporting. Yeah. You just start.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. So anyway, I think he took my name first, so my session was meant to be first. Technical glitches. Okay. He did a big introduction of me, so I don't have to repeat my name. You all already know. It was put up on the slide in your reception also. I have 25, around 25 years of experience. I'll complete 25 in October with Infosys. I'm born and brought up in Infosys, and that's why I'm here to share certain experiences that I have gained in Infosys and what you can think is there in store for you if at all you decide to join our company, right? So Ravina would cover a lot of insights about Infosys, what we do, how we do, um, what are the roles that an MBA grad can look up to before you join Infosys. You can plan, think, nurture your skills. You're in first year, you still have 2 years to go. I think in the beginning of second year, the campus starts, so maybe 1 year to go. So you can nurture your skills accordingly, plan your career ahead, and work on it. And that's the whole spirit behind doing this session in Genius Infosys, right? Um, I'll cover my story with the company. And when I talk about it, you will probably get to know the bits and pieces of what Infosys gives to the employees, right? And that's the reason I wanted to club it with my story. So my story is, I'm not a celebrity. My story is nothing great to be put up. But why I want to cover this, because I have 25 years of experience and I've always been with Infosys. I've moved across various locations in Infosys. And I have hopped around different industry segments that Infosys provides their services. So that may help you, think a little or get a little wider spectrum, and hence I'll cover that. I am okay to entertain any questions in between. Please feel free to raise your hand, interrupt. I hope there's a mic around which can, which people can take. So feel free to ask any questions. I don't have any specific agenda that I have to cover and there's a time limit here. When her laptop is ready, I'm done. So we should be okay. All right, so 25 years back in October 99 is when I joined Infosys. That was my dream company at that point of time. And even today it is, and that's the beauty. Nothing changes. For me personally, it's still a dream company. It's still a company which I've always wanted to be with, and I'm still okay to continue, right? I have worked across various verticals, industry verticals, primarily in financial services. So there may be a lot of people in finance here, right? So a lot of financial services customers, big brands I've worked with, I cannot take the names of them, but a lot of clients in New York Stock Exchange listed there. So I've worked with them. On to application development and maintenance. So a technology background that I come from, right? At that time, we didn't have AI, we didn't have IoT, we didn't have cloud, but Java, .NET, mainframe. So I, got myself trained into Java. Training was done in Infosys. I don't know if you all have heard, Infosys training program is something which is established and always told that Infosys has the, courage and has the conviction to convert a mining engineer into a software engineer. That's the technology part of it, right? Now, I started there and I continued there, grew up the ladder in application development and maintenance for around more than 10 years. Then Infosys gives a lot of opportunities to the employees to move around within the company. I thought I've had enough, lot of development work. Let me take a stab at testing services, quality assurance. Today, the unit in Infosys is called Infosys Quality Engineering. So I took up that role. I was heading, or maybe we formed a unit within IQE called Domain Test Advisory. That's where I started interacting with MBA grads as you all, and lot of experienced folks coming out of B schools. We created a domain vertical within financial services to start with, and we were trying to nurture dual skills of BA and QA. So somebody as you, bringing in the business analysis skills, and somebody as a tester who brings in the quality assurance thing. So we clubbed them and we wanted to sell the BA QA dual skills to the market, and customers highly, highly appreciated it. Why so? Because a typical software development life cycle, SDLC, if you all have heard of somewhere, it talks about business analysis phase in the beginning, and in between development, design, everything, testing, and finally, at the end comes user acceptance testing, including all testing phases. We wanted, and initially how Infosys used to work is, we used to get a BS to do our business analysis, requirements, specifications, work through it, pass on the information to the design team and then go. And then somebody else will come and do the testing after say 6 months or 1 year of the program being run. It was all good, Infosys has been doing great. But then with time, we create we bring in a lot of thought process, we bring in a lot of changes, and that's the time when we realized that we don't want a QA to come at the end, we don't want a BA to come in the beginning of the project and then go vanish, do any sort of rubbish work and go away. So we wanted them to continue till the end. That was the idea of bringing a BA QA. So all the people, all highly esteemed professionals as you, were always there in the program right from beginning to the end. So that is a gist about what we used to do. After doing my stint at this quality assurance thing with BAs and QA skills, after around 4 years, I moved into cloud infrastructure SAP basis. So that was the talk of the town for the last 4 years. I've been working in that service line within Infosys and worked with the largest deal that the Infosys had signed 4 years back, 3.5 years back. You all would have heard, largest deal in industry ever, not the company, but in the IT industry, the largest deal that Infosys had signed. I was happy to be a part of that deal. So learned cloud technologies. Why I'm talking about it? Because something else has to be grabbed from this talk is, even after spending 20, 21 years in the company, I had an opportunity to learn cloud technology. It is not that only at a fresher level we learn. It is not that after 4, 5 years of experience it learn. I am completing 25 this October. So around after completing 21 years is when I picked up cloud infrastructure. And I was given an opportunity, not as a fresher, but at a delivery manager role. So it means that company is more than happy to support you to reskill yourself if you have that interest and passion. So this is the another aspect I wanted to cover, right? Today, I am into talent planning and deployment because after doing a lot of delivery work, client interfacing skills, and I've gained a lot. Whatever I am here today, personally, professionally, I totally owe to Infosys. So we've gained a lot, I gained a lot, and after spending around 25 years now, I felt that I should do something at a global level for Infosys, and I had an opportunity which I grabbed. That is to head Europe talent planning and deployment. Now, TPD in short takes care of employees, and Infosys like company or services industry runs on the shoulders of the employees, right? That's the primary thing. We deal with, I'm managing the Europe segment, but nutshell, this unit is taking care of the employee aspirations, growth, demand and supply, recruitments. Even we work with our subcon agencies to get quick staffing done, and travels, visa related things, global immigration. So a lot of this stuff, everything comes here. Typically growth, aspirations, everything related to the talent. So I'm heading Europe at this moment, and we're just forming some structures there, and I'm just started maybe early this year is when I joined. I would also want to bring diversity as one important aspect that Infosys completely believes in and has invested a lot of the time, effort, money into making sure we do our best under this internationally renowned initiative of diversity and inclusion. And today, diversity and inclusion has now become DEI, diversity, equity and inclusion. So I hope we all understand. MBA students, I don't have to teach English, right? So I'm sure equity we all know. So it's not equality, it's equity. So there's a difference. Anybody wants to call it out? Just so that it's not a monologue, huh? So don't worry, it's not a quiz, no marks given. So diversity, equity and inclusion. I'm not your professor. I don't know how professors are here in this college. So my college, they used to pinpoint, you stand up and answer. I will not do that. But okay, so equity is not equality, there's a difference. So we try to bring in the gap. You know, it's not that somebody after a maternity leave, let's say a woman is coming after a maternity leave, and we say we are giving you the equal opportunity. No, you have to bring her up to the mark first before you give her the equal opportunity. And that's actually equity, all right? So we do a lot of things in this. We promote a lot of support that is needed for the women employees. And diversity doesn't mean women, you know, it is a lot of other factors. I am covering women here as a first step because whenever we talk about diversity, we talk about gender of, you know, women here. Because even today, across the world, it's not, I have been living in a myth for some time that it's a problem in India. But let me tell you, it's a problem across the world, okay? So Infosys is leading there, and we're trying our best to support women grow in their career. If people are looking out for, due to some personal reasons, they are looking out for some long breaks, we are supporting them. We are telling them, do not leave the organization, we will wait for you, come back, rejoin us. Not only Infosys, we have initiatives where we are asking women who may have worked with some other company, asking them to rejoin. Women who are with Infosys and come back from some kind of personal situation, we ask them to rejoin. We ask them, we give them a lot of initiatives, there's a lot of policies. We have a lot of apps for them running on the mobile so that they can take services provided by Infosys and stuff like that. So that's one of our leading initiatives. We have Bridge, especially for MBA students, right? And even people who are coming like my background folks. So we have a Bridge. Now Bridge, we keep very simple names, something which is easy for anybody to understand. So Bridge is joining two things, right? So our Bridge initiatives is making some technical stream folks move into consulting streams where MBAs usually would, join. So we give them a course. It all depends from the course, 3 months, 6 months course, and we give them some exams, some evaluations, certifications, so that they have an opportunity within the company to move from a technology stream to a consulting stream, move from a delivery stream to a program management stream. That's called a bridge. So today, whatever I talk, Ravina talks about things, there are opportunities for you after you join the company also to make switches, hops, grow in your career, join something else, start a career afresh within the company. So there are ample opportunities within the company is what I want to call it out. And one thing which always goes in my mind is, people can always ask, you all can always ask, why is Infosys, typically a technology-driven company, looking at B schools? What do they gain by MBAs joining them? So that question has come up, in various forums also, and I personally think to myself about it. So in case anybody has the same question, I'm just trying to preempt the answer, and it is that because we believe MBA students, you all are the cream of the, country, I would say. So you all have cleared a lot of difficult exams and reached this phase, and your thought process, plus the nurturing that is done in these 2 years by so reputed institutes, is really making you come up the ladder and you enhance your analytical skills, right? So Infosys as a company values in all the ideas, all the innovations that you bring up to the table, in some amount of leadership skills. So it is not that somebody has to be a 25-year experienced person only, then you become a leader. So leadership qualities can be seen, right from your childhood, right? So those kind of things, we see a lot of versatile skills. Here, when Ravina was asking this question, so how many have experience? Somebody has 1 year experience, 3 year experience. I'm sure some are having BTech also. Somebody having some amount of engineering background. How many of you all, if at all? Quite a few, right? Somebody is coming from a non-engineering background. So versatile skills we get, and you all learn a lot of it within these 2 years also. So that is what Infosys gets when you guys, join companies like ours. And what is in store for you? Ample opportunities. I think all this while what I've spoken about is lot of opportunities that you all have while you join the company. So that is what you would learn, is the only thing I would want to say. Along with opportunities, challenging opportunities, you would get to see the world, you will network. So there's a lot of networking that you're going to do. You're going to connect with the customers, you're going to connect with your internal in-house leaders, in-house customers. So that networking is what you should look up to, right? And I think I already spoke about leadership skills, which we will learn from you, but at the same time, you would learn for the top-notch leaders that we have in our company. So these are few things. It's a win and win situation. My, pitch to all of you would be that, if you really listen to what we have to talk today and you analyze certain things, you have 1 year to go before some campus interviews start happening. Not only Infosys, any other company. I think you should think well, plan well, Any questions? Today also we are here, and after that also we are there to, address to any of your open questions. Have a free mind before you decide on joining any company. And once you make up your mind, do not change your mind in a hurried fashion. So this is an observation that we have seen, that people join, they quickly make up their mind, no, 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 I'm not good for this, I need to change. Be stable for a while before you decide that this is good or bad for you. But once taken a decision, stick to it, and I'm sure it'll prove, right, to be worth. Any questions that you have, because Ravina would have a lot of slides to cover and it's already 4:40 on my clock. So I'll stop here, but any questions you all want me to answer, I'll be happy to answer. It's a complete batch of first year, right? So how's the last 1 month gone? Yeah, somebody has a question there. So how's the last 1 month gone, all of you? Enjoying? Difficult? Hectic? Okay. So first month only it's become hectic. Where are your professors? All have gone out of the room. Okay. Yes.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Ma'am, I'm also BTech Computer Science graduate, and I worked as a business analyst only. So, what extra skills should I add on to be into the industry, like other companies, like good companies like Infosys and others, to be a good candidate for the same field, like a business analyst and that side only?
Right. So see, I would say, while I'm saying that you are going to learn, there's a lot of skill development you will do when you join Infosys. If you heard me, I said it's a win-win situation, right? So honestly speaking, what skills you already have? Of course, you're bringing a BTech. As an individual, your sample, if we are taking, you're coming as a BTech. So that knowledge is there. Obviously, refresh that skills before you appear for the interview so that it's there on the top and you have revised that part. And whatever your MBA school, B school is teaching you, that's more than enough. You do not have to prepare for anything else. If you ask me very honestly, you do not have to prepare. But yes, when you are joining a prestigious company like us, you should be great on all of these skills that MBA schools will, what do we say, polish you on. Simply communications, most important. Now, communications doesn't mean talk in English, right? That's the first thing. But you should be able to communicate well. You should be able to pass your message well, hear somebody's message well, analyze, think, understand before you respond. It's a very, very critical, thing which I would expect any MBA. If I have to take somebody in my project, trust me, the first decision I will take is when the person is talking to me for first 5 minutes. And I will never be impressed with huge and high vocabulary somebody is using. I would be more impressed if somebody is very simple, down to earth, is able to ask questions, is able to answer my questions. I think that's the best part of it from a communication perspective, right? Now, today in the industry, a lot of AI is being talked about, right? AI to me doesn't look like it's technology completely, that you have to start learning coding in AI and all of that. You should learn Python and skills like that. I don't think so. But you should know these jargons. You should be aware how AI can help you in your work. What kind of use cases AI can bring onto the table for anybody who's joining as a BA, right? So all of these things, have some awareness about what's going on in the market, what is the trend in the market. That's all about it. I would never tell that you have to prepare a lot of 10 other things before joining our company, definitely not. But whatever you have, nurture them well. Do not be superficial onto anything. You should really understand what you're doing, what you're talking about. I don't know. I hope I answered. Thank you. Yes, please.
A very good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
My name is Harjot. Can you please tell us more about consulting at Infosys?
So consulting, I think we would cover in Ravina's slides. We would cover the kind of roles that we would, expect in the consulting roles. But in short, I can tell you, consulting is, as I said, we are technology-driven industry. So there's a program which is running. Let's say it's on cloud technology, right? But we would try to hire some, B school, either graduates or somebody who's an experienced in a BA stream to join the project, understand the market dynamics, see what is it that this technology team has delivered, how do we stand in terms of rating of the market analysis, how are the other companies doing it, what is the revenues, what is the operational efficiency that this team has defined, because you all will bring that skill onto the table. And that's how I believe the consulting is going to come into picture for all of you. So this is just one example, but we'll cover you about a lot of other roles. I don't want to take away her time. Ravina, you can also join me in the meanwhile while they are on questions. Yeah.
Good evening, ma'am. First of all, thank you for sharing your insight regarding Infosys. So just I want to ask regarding the delivery manager role that you are playing. So in that, you will be facing a lot of challenges with respect to managing your product team as well as your employees, and in the long run, ensuring better customer experience.
Yeah.
So I just want to ask, what are the relevant skill sets that are required to overcome those challenges?
Okay. As a delivery manager, see, I've grown up in the company. I joined as a software engineer, right? So with all of these roles, there are a lot of challenges that came across, and there's a lot of learnings that I kept on doing. So first, I was just a team member, right? I had a team lead. My responsibility as a software engineer was only to do the tasks given to me. Okay, 2 sets of coding to be done today, or this much of testing to be done. I used to do that, my job done. When you grow up the ladder, you review a lot of stuff, what your team members have done. You become more responsible and answerable to the customer, you get answerable to your leadership, right? Same way, a delivery manager role I've learned all throughout. It is not that there are some challenges that a delivery manager faces and we learn it through the career, and at a DM level, we don't have any challenges. So on a daily basis, customer escalations are there. There could be issues about technology. You know, people are not able to fix a particular problem. So a delivery manager role is to probably, of course, look into the problem, but you have a big team. So it's not that the DM has to really get into the problem. If you can, excellent. But more than that, your technical team is looking into it. You need the adequate support. Your job as a delivery manager is to make sure that you're getting the right architect team getting into as a consulting mode for that particular point of time and help resolve the problem. At the same time, keep the customer calm. We know there's a problem. We know your end user is complaining to you, and hence you are shouting on top of us. So managing that balance is something, very crucial responsibility of a delivery manager. Along with that, you have a big team. So a delivery manager is typically looking at around 400, 500 plus employees, right? So one is you're dealing with the customer, you're dealing with the employees, you're dealing with the code, you're dealing with the deliverable, you're responsible for the quality of deliverables, and more importantly, the Infosys has taught me, and what I feel, beyond all of these, more important is employee well-being. So we have to take care of the employee growth, employee aspiration. So employee satisfaction and motivation levels have to be high. So a lot of challenges, but throughout the career, I think a lot of things keep coming in which keep teaching you, right? How to fix a problem, talk to the people, be comforting. You know, you have to be hard also, you have to be soft also. So it all depends from situation to situation. But you'll have to be an all-rounder kind of a thing. You should be able to solve the technical problems. You should be able to manage the customer. You know, give enough motivation and push to your teams, stand by them, support them. So a lot of these learnings will help. We'll continue with Ravina, and you can still keep asking the questions. We all are there to answer, right? Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Dipinder. So I think most of the slides Dipinder has already covered. So I'll just quickly walk you through to some other slides. Okay, so if you can just look at the screen, there are some facts about the company. Beginning of the company, which is 1981, and the first overseas office in Boston, which is 1987. And Infosys turned carbon neutral, which is in 2020. This is again is one of the interesting part where from the last 5 years we are carbon neutral. And if I talk about $1 billion mark reached, which is in 2004, and first European office Fremont, which is in 1999. So it's all about the company facts, and ESOP launch, which is in again 1994. So I'll just move to the next slide. All right, so again, there are some facts about the company. More than 40 years of services. And then talking about the countries, we are present in more than 56 countries. And if you talk about the trusting client, it is again 1883. By the looks of it, it looks like that we have a very less number of clients, right? But let me tell you, we have more than 94% of the clients who are loyal to us. They keep on trusting and they keep on coming back to us for the solution. So again, that's why the number is quite low. And if we talk about the employees in our organization, which is more than 3,36,000, and recently, if I talk about 2023 financial year, we hired more than 12,000 fresh graduates. If talking about nationalities, we have more than 160 plus nationalities. And then again, it's an interesting part where women hires, which is 39.4%. But by 2030, we are aiming at the percentage is 45. We'll try to onboard more women employee in our organization, and the number will go up to 45%. Moving to the next slide. All right, so we have some, like, to inspire you to build what's next and make sure your career never stands still and then navigate further together. So anybody who can just tell us what is the tagline of Infosys? All right, yeah. Perfect. Your name is? Thank you. All right. So again, ensuring our employees experience Infosys in a creative, dynamic, rewarding, and inclusive environment, and enabling people with learning and progress in their career while shaping our collective future. I think we won't be able to. Okay, so we can't play the videos. So recently we have onboarded our two brand ambassador, which is Iga Swiatek and Rafael Nadal. So in 2023, we recently onboarded like both of them. They had a message to share with you, but again, the video we can't play right now. I'll just move the slides. All right, so anybody who can tell me what is Topaz? All right, so Topaz is a AI first set of services, solutions, and platforms that accelerates business value for global enterprises using generative AI. We have more than 12,000 plus AI assets, more than 150 plus pre-trained AI module, and 10 plus AI platforms trained by AI first specialists in data strategies. So an AI first offering by Infosys has been leveraged by several companies, and I have like few examples. For an example, in talking about retail growth models, then a retail company utilized Infosys Topaz to plan its growth models based on consumer data insights and AI modeling. And another example is telecom majors AI/ML architecture, where a telecom major adopted Infosys Topaz to future-proof their AI/ML architecture. So they aim to build a robust, scalable, and template-driven AI module. Moving to the next slide. All right, so here we talk about C Life, where client value, leadership by example, integrity and transparency, fairness, excellence. We just talk about these. So if we talk about integrity and transparency, so we always to be ethical and open to all the transactions. And so I'll just tell you one thing. If any decision needs to be taken, so this is what I observe when the leadership is just in a meeting and they are talking about some project and they are taking any decision. So they will just check with you. They'll take your decision as well, if this is a fine, if this is the right move to take or not. So we always feel that we are inclusive in all the meetings, in all the decision which our leadership is taking. All right, so moving to the next slide. This is Lex. Lex is our in-house learning platform. It is just like Udemy or Coursera, where you will get more than 15,000 courses available for yourself. And if I talk about the participants last year, it is 30,000, I would say. And again, since it is in-house, so the moment you join it is accessible. And suppose if you want to join any other unit, if you want to join any other domain, I would say. So, but if you want to join, then you would require some particular skill set to join that unit, correct? So during that time, you can just avail some certification on Lex. You can just upskill yourself, reskill yourself so that you can move to that unit. Okay. So again, I would like to address one more thing. Since like 70% of you are freshers, right? So this question in your mind that what unit should I choose? What career path I should choose? I don't know, like if I join like Oracle as a unit, and then after some point of time you think that, okay, this is not for me, maybe some other domain, maybe marketing, finance, or other consultancy uh, be suitable to me. So we have a platform where which is internal job posting. The moment you join us, you of course at least like 6 to 7 months or 5 6 months be in that unit, try to understand if this is suitable or not. But you tried your best, but still the uh, that unit is not suitable to you. I think maybe you are not having interest in that unit, or maybe any other reason. So don't worry, we have this IJP where you can just check if any other opening where in this particular area your interest is. And then of course you'll have to reskill yourself or upskill yourself basis the skill set required by that unit, and then you can move easily. So we are very flexible in that manner. We are very approachable in that manner. If you have any question, if you have any, you know, a doubt in your mind, you anyway just contact your manager, tell the story like you just want to move and this is what you're facing. They'll just going to mentor you. This is what I have observed so far in 3 years. So moving to the next slide. So there are some talent programs where like enable managers to mentor teams, initiate career conversation, and allocate ideal opportunity. So we have some flagship management initiative, and where a digital mindset, leadership skills, business acumen, and operational executive. So there are like a lot of programs run by us. Moving to the next slide. So in this slide, we only talk about the rewards and recognition, where if you talk about Infosys Stripes, is a one-stop gamified point-based system that tracks and rewards employee achievements across function. Suppose you get some, I would say, appreciation from your stakeholder, right? So the person can just give you one of the stripe, and then it is visible on your portal. So this is called Infosys Stripes. Okay, so I think Dipinder has already talked about DEI. I really don't want to stretch on this thing because Dipinder has covered this, but I would like to cover one aspect here, which is persons with disabilities. So recently we hired 1,375 people with disability, and and if I talk about a multi-generation workforce, all right. So the multi-generational workforce at Infosys help us to adapt quickly to ever-changing world, because a lot of technologies, a lot of tools are coming, keep coming these days. So we'll have to be well prepared ourselves before going and just giving some solutions to our clients, right? So when you talk about multicultural workforce and racial equity and inclusion, so with over 157 different nationalities from 62 countries, the Infosys workforce is a rich culture, diversity, and racial equity and inclusion. So moving to the next slide. All right. So in this slide, we talk about employee resource groups. We have a lot of groups like InfiVets, iWin. In iWin is a community to support women identifying employees at Infosys. And then if I talk about Infiability, then it's employee inclusion group to support those with disability. In the previous slide, I just talked about it. And if I talk about I Believe is fosters networking and professional development of employees who identify as Black. And iPride, again, it's provides networking and support for LGBTQIA plus employees as well as allies. So moving to the next slide, again, there are employee resource group. This Infosys Multicultural ERG, Yen is Young Employees Network for the Young and Young at Heart. Family Matters, again, this is again important. The focusing on building awareness on parenting, relationships, health and wellness. It is Family Matters. It is one of our employee resource group. Okay. Okay, so I'll just talk about some Infosys foundation work styles across education, healthcare, promoting traditional art and culture, rural development, and so basically recently 101 project in fiscal year 2023. And if you talk about the beneficiaries in education, we receive it's 1,73,000. There are some numbers of healthcare and women empowerment as well. So if you talk about CSR, not only CSR, but other than CSR, we are working on a lot of Infosys Foundation and a lot of NGOs we are running. So, okay, so we are recognized for our excellence powered by our employees. There are some, again, certification we have received. So we are certified as a global top employer in 2023 across 22 countries. And okay, so again, Infosys had been featured in Time World's Best Companies 2023 list. So we are among the top 3 global professional services firm and the only brand from India in the top 100 global ranking. Again, we are very proud of it. Again, Infosys recognized amongst the 100 best companies for women in India in 2023 for the 5th year in a row. And again, it's Infosys has been recognized as one of the India's best employers among nation builders in 2023 for the 3rd consecutive year. Again, there are some testimonials where like people like you are in Infosys and they have some message, but I can't just play the video. I'll just skip this part. Okay. Okay, so if I talk about the perks at Infi, then medical and life insurance, where health insurance is 5 lakh per annum and life covers its 30 lakhs, additional 30 lakhs for the accidental death. So it's all about some perks like emotional well-being and social well-being, digital well-being. We have Halathon, a series of master classes dedicated to employee well-being. So I'll move to the next. Okay, I think I was talking about this. Okay, so now one of the important part is coming, so that's why we are here. And what would be the role of a management graduate in a technology organization? You must be thinking that why these guys are coming and hiring from our institute. They should just simply go to engineering colleges and hire coders, because we only talk about technologies. So I would like to say that we are, of course, we are a technology company, but we are people company, and we want to hire people like you who can just join us, who can understand technology pretty well, and then uh, innovate something for our clients. And see, we are just living in a world where if we are just stepping out from our house, then we need technology. If you want to book a cab, you just book technology digitally. If you want to eat something, you will just do Zomato, Swiggy. And if you even, I mean, in a COVID era, we started taking interviews virtually. So again, it's completely digital, and it's better that you understand the technology, because as we are moving ahead, it's completely digitalization. And even if you talk about India is the only country who is using UPI, and now like all other countries are also started using. So it's completely digitalization. I'm moving to the next slide. Okay, so I would just a little bit talk about like what could be the role of yours and role responsibility of yours once you join as an associate consultant. And you must be thinking that what I'm gonna do, how would a day look like once I join Infosys as a associate consultant. So here are some glimpses. You can just read. Are you able to see like till the last? Can you read it? Okay, so the moment if a client is coming with one of the problem or asking for a solution, then first of all, you'll have to do the requirement gathering. And then the second step would be impact analysis and solutioning. You'll go back with the solution, of course. And then user acceptance testing. Then going live is delivering the final product software solution to the user and bringing the on-demand and live changes as per the requirement. Of course, you'll have to do this. And coordinating among all the tech teams. You'll have to coordinate with the developers, with the coders, with all of them, because you would be the in the face of the company while interacting with the clients. You'll have to be there, and then you will will have to coordinate with the coders and developers, because they would be coming to you, asking questions, giving the answers for a lot of queries, and rectifying the errors in between. So the next is issues and system analysis, then stats analysis. In stat analysis, where is performance data analysis, account billing and payment analysis, and revenue impact analysis. This is the last step. Okay, so I'll talk about here is hierarchy about Infosys. Like we start, if I talk about job level 1, 2, 3, then these 3 job level, we generally hire graduate trainee, where like all the BTech or BCom, BCA, these people would come into the picture. They'll join at the job level 1, 2, 3. If I talk about associate consultant, people like you, management trainee, would be joining at the job level 4. And you'll be joining at the job level 4B. And once you complete 1 year into the system, everything goes well, you're getting the right rating, then you'll get progression, and you'll become senior associate consultant, which is 4A. And then if I talk about consultant, so this is a promotion once you complete your 3 years into the organization. And if everything goes well and your manager is also impressed, and then you are getting the right rating, and you are, of course, working hard, then you'll get promotion and you'll become consultant. And that's how it will go till up senior industry principal, which is 7A. And at 7A, it's like all VP and AVPs come into the picture. That's how it is for HR and finance. So I think you guys haven't selected a specialization yet, right? You'll have to choose. Okay. So you never know, like if be it HR, finance, marketing, consulting, in which domain you'll be going, in which specialization you'll be going. So if you have a career in marketing, then marketing analyst would be joining us at job level 4A. It is not from B. They'll be joining us at job level 4A, and then again for associate, they'll become associate marketing manager once they'll get promotion. So that's how the whole career would look like. And moving to the next slide. All right, so Dipinder has already talked about the skill set which are required for you guys to join any organization. I won't say that only for the Infosys, but I would say any other organization you would join. These are the basic skill set. By the looks of it, you think that, okay, this skill set I'm already, I do have. I mean, that's why I've joined MBA, because I have these many skills. Communication is a very normal thing, analytical skills, and these many skills you have already. But let me tell you, by the looks of it, it looks that very simple, stable skills, but when you start working on it, it is deep, right? As Dipinder mentioned about communication, communication is not only about if you can converse in English. It's about how do you have the listening skills or not? Are you able to articulate in a better way? Are you impacting somebody by with your solution to the client or not? So it depends on that as well. So that's why these many skills are required. It's better, you should prepare yourself in the first year, so that by the next year you will be completely prepared, and then you can just sit for the interviews and give interviews in a better manner. All right, so this is a recruitment process at Infi. The moment we open the opportunity at your campus, then we'll get the registration. The moment we get the registration, we'll do the shortlisting. And group discussion is not something which will happen. It is like, depends on the units. We have only few units for which we do the group discussion, or we conduct the group discussion. Otherwise, we'll not conduct the group discussion. And then one of the technical leader would be taking your first round. And if you would be able to clear that round, then you'll be moving to the HR round, where from my team, somebody would be taking your HR round, where we'll check the document authentic verification, and then behavioral round gonna happen. Again, if you would be able to clear that round as well, by the end of the day, you'll get a selection email that you've been selected with Infosys. And then we have like a lot of post-offer engagement activity will start, where we'll do the brainstorming activities and all. So till you join, we would be connecting. All right, so moving to the next slide, this is the last slide of the day, which is Ingenious One. So Ingenious One provides B School graduates the first opportunity at corporate. The program is designed to engage with the first year B School students by giving them an opportunity to upskill and compete in a national level B school competition. So of course, we have come here to launch our Ingenious One. So in September or October, I would say that will come back to your PlaceCom. And so basically what you'll have to do, you'll have to complete a course on InfyTQ. The moment you complete the course on InfyTQ, you'll have to complete an assignment. And then basis that assessment gonna happen. And then basis that live project, you'll be rewarded with the live project if you are able to complete the live project. And you have to present in front of our leaders. If everything goes well, then you'll be rewarded with the internship, right? So after internship, if everything goes well, you were really doing good, and then you can be rewarded with PPI or PPU. So that was the whole agenda of Ingenious One, okay? So I think it's too early to talk about this. You guys have just spent your 1 month in MBA and a lot of time pending. So okay, so it was all about Ingenious One. So that's all. If you have any questions, we are like from either me or Dipinder, we are here. It's all done from our end. Any questions, guys? Yeah.
Uh, Good evening, ma'am. It's a delight to have you here. Myself, Kaushal Sharma from G1. So I just have a question that what are some of the key challenges that a management graduate would face in a technology organization, and how can they overcome them?
All right. So answering to your question, I myself is coming from BCom background, and then I pursued my MBA from Delhi School of Economics. So the moment you join us, we have a training, proper training. If any other skills which is required for you to work on a specific project, we have a proper training setup. Even for few units, you'll be going to Hyderabad for 2 months of training, where we will be giving particular training for that particular projects in the unit. So don't worry about that. What you'll have to prepare yourself, as I have shown to you the skills, those skills are important if you are good at it. If you have the attitude towards learning, then definitely. And if somebody has a very good knowledge, if somebody is having all the skill set and is very good with technology, but the person has not a good mindset, the person has not a attitude towards learning, then definitely we're going to reject that candidate. Because being in Infosys, I have seen this. This company always give opportunity to people who has a good mindset and who has attitude towards learning. So, yeah. Any other questions? Okay. Thank you so much, guys. So, okay. Okay, so for during the first year, once you join us, you will be shadowing to somebody for all the projects, I would say. And after that only, you'll be at the front foot and you'll be handling projects. So for the first year, you'll be shadowing somebody, maybe consultant or senior consultant. And after that only, we'll be able to give you or to handle one of the projects. So it's fine, you'll be having ample amount of time to learn and grow in the organization. Don't worry about that, okay? Yeah. Yeah. As I told about IJP, with the help of IJP, if you think that you are more suitable to we have various things, I think, Dipinder, right? So we have various things. If the moment you join us, at least spend some time in that particular unit, but still you are not able to understand that well, and you want to move to some product, then definitely we have various things to cater, and then by the help of IJP, you can move to product as well.
What will be the kind of projects that we will be working on after the placement in Infosys?
Sorry, I didn't understand. Can you repeat?
What will be the kind of projects that we will be getting opportunity to work on?
Again, I did not understand. I mean,
No,
the
no,
question is not clear to me.
Kind
What
of
kind of
projects, like what will
we
be
have,
the
like, if I talk about the units, we have ample amount of units. Under that units we have going, like, how would I say, we have ample amount of projects running in. So how would I say, I mean, any of the project you would be able to work on. Maybe Dipinder would be the right person to talk about. Yeah.
So as I just mentioned, right, you can join all possible roles. She already mentioned about associate consultant, senior associate consultant. So depends on whether you're joining an HR stream. She herself joined as an MBA, right? So you could join HR. If you're joining delivery, you could become a business development manager. You could become a project manager. You could become a product manager, as somebody was asking. A typical development lifecycle project, you can join as a business analyst in the starting phase of the project where your software development lifecycle starts. I also covered in my talk about the BAQA skills. You could join a quality assurance team and give your analytical skills onto it while somebody is doing a requirement specification along with you, and you can work onto that. So when we hire you across all of these 4 verticals of MBA, right? Consulting, marketing, HR, finance. So all of these you can join. You can join our finance team directly. We have business finance, we have corporate finance. So if somebody is coming from a finance stream, it depends on the opportunities in the company at that point of time. Based on that, you will go through that particular training if required, if and only if required, and then you get onto those projects right from your starting role, right? You'll be mentored. Firstly, you'll be put onto a project which is enhancing your skills, and we take value out of the skills that you bring onto the table. So the first idea is we will not put a finance graduate into a marketing. We would not do that. But in case there is a need, because company works with opportunities, in case there is a need, I would request all of you to show that flexibility to pick up something, understand, and you always have an opportunity to come back. But there are varied roles, as I just covered, where you could join. It all depends on, at that point of time, what opportunity, what client is knocking our door, where we want to do our staffing, and hence you would be deployed onto that project, that unit. Because let's say the campus starts in the next 1 or 2 months. If you're selected, we have a visibility, we have a pipeline. But when you actually get onboarded, at that time dynamics may change. So it all depends on the kind of units, the kind of projects you join.
Good morning, ma'am. My question is, what are some of the emerging trends in technology industry that management graduates should be aware of? That you have mentioned some of the trends, but what are the emerging trends that we should be aware of?
See, these days emerging technologies change every year, every 6 months. So I really can't comment on what's going to happen when you all join after 2 years. But as I said to one of the ladies, she was asking that question, I also covered there, right? So be well aware about the area that you have experience on. Keep looking into the trends there. If you are talking about how we recruit you, how you clear the interview, I think as a normal recruiter, the first thing is what you know of, do you really know well? Or it is just a superficial glance that you have done to quote in your resume and throw some jargons. So what you know, be prepared and understand the trends in that particular technology or that particular skill, anything. Now coming to the projects, when you join in, as Ravina already mentioned, if you are bringing those some amount of skills onto the table and you do not have the emerging trends which is going on at that point of time, anytime, not necessarily when you join, even after you join after 2 years, you switch projects, right? You may not have that skill. So at any point of time when you're joining a skill, we have enough training courses, we have enough material, we have enough classroom sessions, we hire professionals from outside if we really need to ramp up the knowledge of our employees. So you will get adequate support within the company to do that.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am. My name is Vinayak Krishnan. Ma'am, I'm a finance graduate.
You have a financial services as an industry segment, and you would bring in that knowledge onto the table, help talk to the customers, and help work on that project and make sure it's a good deliverable, right? So that finance background, the domain background that you're bringing in will help, so you can very well get into a delivery stream and consulting stream, process, domain and consulting streams also we have. All of that places you will bring in your finance knowledge so that people like me who are on a technology ground can take on the domain knowledge from you. You can guide us, consult us, and then we deliver the project.
can I ask one more question? Ma'am, is there any specific skill I should, try to learn to join the Infosys for this finance role?
I think we have already talked about
Yeah,
skills.
we've covered the skills, so I don't think anything specific that you need. You have to be good at what you know. That's the only thing, is the only mantra I believe. If I'm talking about something, I should be good at it. Otherwise, I should not speak about it. That's the only thing. Nothing specific you have to learn to join Infosys. What you have already learned, what you will learn in these 2 years is good enough.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. So I guess we have covered multiple questions, and I guess most of the questions have been answered. So, Aaron.
All right, guys, thank you so much. Thank you.
So thank you, Ms. Dipinder, for interacting with our students and sharing your experiences with us today. Your contributions have provided us with a wealth of knowledge and inspiration. And thank you to Ms. Ravina as well for investing your time and efforts towards our institute. Once again, I thank both of you. Thank you.
All right, guys, we have got some goodies to give away, and we have only three goodies. So the girl who asked the first question is, I think, from behind, can come and collect the goodies. Thank you. And the guy who answered the tagline can come. Here. Please come. They're just taking.
One more, I think there was somebody who was asking a question here before the finance, what kind of skills and all of that.
All right, the guy who was asking about skill set there, I think.
Before the finance one.
Before
yeah.
the finance one, you can come and collect.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Please be seated. Aaron, sit. Guys, what are the etiquettes of asking the questions? We have already covered in the batch meet. You have to introduce yourself first. The course you are pursuing here, you have to tell that. Apart from a few students, no one has mentioned the same. And I'm not sure whether all of you are situationally aware. Is it good morning or good evening? What was that? You have to mention your name first, introduce yourself, and then the course that you are pursuing here. Then ask the question. These are the etiquettes of the question, of asking the question. Ma'am has already asked some of the guy, what was the name? I guess you were the one, right? All the concerned personnel from the company, from the organizations, they keep that thing in mind, that the name of the person who has asked the questions, so that when they come for the process, they generally give some biasness to that person, which is for your personal benefit, not for us. Keep that thing in mind for future references. And all of you are required to remain seated. PRC will be taking over your batch meet, and then we'll be taking the attendance for you all. No one is required to leave right now. And no one is required to talk. The HRs are still there. Do I have to repeat myself again and again? You are not required to talk right now. Even after your batch meet, you all are required to remain seated and no one should talk. The HRs are still there.
Can you wait, or is it like serious? It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay.
कर दिया cool उनको आना है ना एक बार बोल देते हैं
मैं उनको कह रही थी कि जिन्होंने पार्टिसिपेट किया दे कैन कम आई ऑलरेडी टोल्ड देम आ रहा है G3 है ना पर सो एक काम करो एक जगह बुला लो
सो गाइस कैसा चल रहा है अब प्रीसेल तो आप बोल सकते हो अभी अभी दिक्कत नहीं है आधा घंटा आपके पास आकाश दिक्कत तो नहीं है ना
क्या हो गया
गाइस 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 बैठ जाओ क्या हो गया रुक जाओ बैठना है अभी जाना नहीं है चिल लोगे तो मतलब निकल नहीं लगोगी क्या ओके सो गाइस अब पहले पैसे बांटने का टाइम आ गया है ठीक है तो फिर अब चालू करते फोटोग्राफी से
चढ़ाओ शगन चढ़ाओ
Okay, so the winners for the photography will be starting from third position.
थर्ड से करना
Huh. So moving forward. Third position goes to Kanishka Solanki. Can you please come up to this stage?
फोटोग्राफी एड जाओ और क्या
यार एक बार फिर से क्लैप हो जाए ना कंग्रेचुलेशंस
चलो एक एक करके जाएंगे
Okay, so moving to the next position holder, that is the second position, which goes to Swarnam Verma, second position. So you can see the entries as well. So yes, congratulations, Swarnam. Okay, so for the first position, which was an amazing entry, I must say, we all loved it. Okay, yeah. हाँ हाँ. हाँ यार.
ऐसे ऐसे हाँ ये बेटर है ये बेटर है ये बेटर है
Okay, so moving forward to the first position, which goes to Aryan Narang for his amazing photography over here. Too bad we can't clap, yaar. But you deserve the claps, yaar. Amazing work. We all loved it. Every picture had a story. Every picture he gave a caption as to like this is the lone eater and having fun in the classes. It was amazing. He got the photo story on point. So congratulations. Okay, so the next reel, na? Haan. So next will be the reels, and we'll be starting from the third position, which goes to Anjali for her. Anjali, where is section E? यहाँ पे नहीं है? Oh, yes, Anjali RNBA. We'll play the audio, right? हाँ, कर ले. आजाओ आजाओ.
Hey, describe your LBSM journey in one word.
Okay, it's wonderful.
Transformative. Chaotic. Exciting. Very formal.
It's too much hectic.
It's diverse.
And it's exciting.
And the guys' second position goes to, once again, Aryan Narang.
प्रेशर कुकर जैसे सर की बच जाए ना सीटी तब तक मार रट्टा मार हो पटक पटक के सर गिरा दे नॉलेज की दीवार रट्टा मार चढ़ जाए जो बुखार कॉफी से तू उतार खिस खिस के भेजा कर ले तेज धार यार रट्टा मार ओ रट्टा मार रट्टा मार.
Congratulations again, Aryan. Your transitions were great. That's why we were like, okay, this deserves it. Okay, so we'll move on to the winner of Reel category, which has to be, I think, one of the best entries we've received so far. It was so creative, and we could see a lot of effort went in, and it goes to the entire team of Tanisha, Harmanpreet, Soumya, and Harjot. They are the winners of the Reel category. Can you all please come up to the stage?
आया मेरे घर एक चोर आके बोला दे दे मुझे जो भी तेरा है मैंने बोला मेरी जीत भी ले जा मेरी हार भी ले जा मेरा डर भी ले जा मेरा घर भी ले जा मेरे ख्वाब भी ले जा मेरे राज भी ले जा मेरा गम भी ले जा हर जख्म भी ले जा मेरी जात भी ले जा औकात भी ले जा मेरी बात भी ले जा हालात भी ले जा मेरा जो भी दिखे जो
Amazing entries.
सब हाथ लगा लो सब.
Okay, so moving on to our final category, which is the content category. And I have to say content category was hardest to judge because we received so many great entries, especially between the first and the second position holders. It was really tough for all of us to make a decision. So we'll move on to the third position holder. That goes to Aaron Gulia from, oh, RBA, come on.
RBA.
Congratulations. Okay, then we'll be moving on to the second position holder, which is Samrindhi Bhatnagar. Is she here? Yes, come up to the stage. Congratulations. It was amazing entry.
बहुत tough था भाई first and second में मतलब बहुत
It was super close.
so tough. Okay, so the first one, ये I think हम सबका personal favorite था मतलब heart touching भी बोल सकते हैं बहुत बढ़िया था. So the first one is सत्यार्थ श्री गुहा.
ओके गाइस, सो काफ़ी अच्छी रील्स आई थी जो हम लोग स्पेशल मेंशंस करना चाहते हैं कि जीत नहीं पाए फिर भी काम बहुत अच्छा था. सो स्पेशल मेंशंस फर्स्ट goes to अक्षत मग्गो. And there's another one. Simran Kapoor.
LBSIM ये महज एक लफ्ज़ नहीं पूरा सफ़र है. स्कूल में तो हम सिर्फ पढ़ना लिखना सीखते हैं, पर ज़िंदगी असल मायने में तो हम कॉलेज से ही सीखते हैं. फिल्मों में जैसा देखा था उससे ये बिल्कुल अलग है. ज़िंदगी के अगले ये 2 साल काफ़ी मुश्किल है और काफ़ी मज़ेदार भी. यहाँ पहले दिन की वो झिझक है और थोड़ी सी घबराहट भी. टीचर्स अलग हैं, दोस्त अलग हैं और अलग है कैंपस के सूरत व हालात. कभी क्लास के बाद कैंटीन में मिलेंगे तो कभी पूरी क्लास को ही कैंटीन में पाएंगे. आज़ादी यहाँ पूरी है, पर इस आज़ादी का ज़्यादा फ़ायदा उठाएंगे तो एंड में खुद ही मुश्किल में फंस जाएंगे. स्कूल की तरह इसकी भी सिर्फ यादें रह जाएगी जो ज़िंदगी भर हमें हर मोड़ पर कुछ नया सिखाएगी. ये बच्चे से बड़े होने का सबर है. LBSIM ये महज एक लफ्ज़ नहीं पूरा सफ़र है.
Okay, so the last special mention goes to Kaveri Joshi.
One more shot goes. I feel like you're up to something. Fuck that you're up to something. Scandalous. Taste my bitter heart, you know it makes you blush. But something isn't right with this. Happiness and the attention you don't listen. You've been giving, you've been spending all your time on their life.
So, okay guys, we have 3 direct entries which we have selected from this entire competition who will be part of us at PRC. So the first direct entry is, which goes to is?
Aryan Narang.
I think we can clap for our- And then the next person who is joining us is Samriddhi and Satyarth as well. Welcome to PRC. We're excited to have you guys. And for the rest of the winners who did not get the direct entry yet, are actually selected for special direct interviews, which will be happening this week. So we'll be looking forward to see you all of there. And at the same time, for all the competition participants, we'll be sending out special invites for all the people who have been selected to go on the photo walk with us soon. So keep a tab on your email boxes because we'll be sending out the invites. So hopefully we'll see you all there as well and we'll have a lot of fun. Thank you so much for being a patient audience. Thank you so much for sending out your entries today. I really request you all to please remain seated because 2 SIC people will be standing there to take your attendance. So kindly coordinate with them. And all the winners, please come up to the stage because we want pictures with you. Special mentions, all the winners, everyone.
अरे उसको बुलाना ही किसी और को कैमरा दे देना यश को बुला ले यश किसी और को दे दे आलो
गाइस स्पेशल मेंशंस किधर गए? उनके फोटो बाकी आ जाओ यार.
Guys, maintain silence. First row, start moving. You want me moving? Second row. Third row. Second row from there, you can start moving.
अरे सुन.
Guys,
मेल करवा दो.
सबको बोला है अभी निकलने के लिए. रो वाइज निकलेंगे सब. Remain seated. नहीं. हाँ ठीक है. नहीं अभी नहीं देखा. Third row, form a line. I asked you to move? Have I asked you to move?